As you will recall from my previous videos, I'm making progress on hiking all 800 some miles of trails in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Upon finishing my Old Settlers Trail hike, I took advantage of the remaining 1 to 2 hours of daylight and headed about 15 minutes west to the Concession Horse Trails on the east edge of Gatlinburg.
There used to be a business called the Smoky Mountain Riding Stable, but that went out of business. So I'm gonna just get out some of them out of the way, so it'll make it faster when I come next time. It is boarded up. Evidently, there weren't enough people coming to ride horses in the Smokies, and things go out of business. Look at that, 45 minutes for $26.50 plus tax. Stables where all the horses were kept. Well, it's up here is where the trail is, so we're gonna just head on up this direction. Little Dudley Horse Trail, okay. I'm just gonna do a few here on the left side of it. Well, let's go get them. About a mile to mile and a half of hiking, that's all. These trails were obviously made for the business
that I mentioned previously.
But I'm guessing the Smokies themselves either owned it and ran it or leased it to somebody to run for them. I guess it just didn't make enough money to keep it in business, unfortunately. These trails, I'm guessing, were trails made for that business when they wanted to launch it to see. I'm assuming they made some of these trails for it. But seem to be fairly easy trails. I'll be doing about a mile and a half total, I think. But it's just a very pleasant trail. Yep. Dud's Branch Spur. Okay, we're going to turn left. Then we're going to take another left after that. Okay, let's keep going. You can probably hear this, but I'm wondering if part of the reason they didn't do so well is we're all of maybe a tenth of a mile from 321 highway with all the cars rumbling and screeching. So yes, you're riding in the woods, but you have that you get to listen to. Maybe that's part of the problem. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Why it's no longer running. As you may hear, that dog barking sounds like a hound of some sort. It comes really close to the border of the park. Literally, there's a bank of houses there so close, if I threw a rock, I could hit one of them. Look at this. If we go up this way, I'll bet this takes us right to the houses I was telling you about. Spur. Okay, so I did that spur. It's a tenth of a mile. Now we are going to do Dud's Branch Trail. Let's do the Big Dudley Horse Trail. 1.4. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that one. Get that out of the way so then when I come, I'll at least have part of it. Won't have to do so much looping around and repeat. Okay, here we are. Wow. they have some pretty significant deadfalls. You can see a really big one back there. I guess since they don't have that business going anymore, maintenance for these trails isn't on the highest priority. This is actually pretty cool. They have this going between this ridge right here and this ridge right here, so it makes it like just a little snake through ravine. And it's really pretty. Nice little creek beside you, which I know in the Smokies is no big surprise, but it's still nice. This section, the deadfall isn't so bad. It's at least passable without having to do a whole bunch of gymnastics. Okay, I'm hoofing it a bit here because it's getting close to sundown and I'm only about halfway through. So I'm going to have to cook it because the only light I've got with me is my my phone, which is pretty high charge, so it shouldn't be any problem, but still. I would like to not have to do too much night hike on this little extra. And I have to be home 3.5, 4 hours away so I can be ready for school, teach school in the morning. So, more reasons to hurry it up. Okay, we have reached the Big Dudley Trail. Dud's Branch Connector, point 2. Okay, let me do the Dud's Branch Connector really quick, come back up, and we'll take the other one. Well, that's a cool little overhang. Of course, stream down below. Oh well, back on with the hurried trail to beat sundown. All right. Oh, here's the connector. Let me run that real quick. Come back up here, then we'll continue to the stables in point 7. All right, do the connector. Sadly, as you can see, well, I don't know if it shows up here, but there's a lot of lights twinkling from over there on that ridge. You can see that we are nearing the end of our hike. Sure enough, right back where we started. Little Dudley Horse Trail. So, let's go back to the car and relax a little. It's 321, only at this point I think they call it East Parkway. It's a little bit noisy, but this is because we're next to the main road. But this is Graybeard for Sylvan Reflections. Thank you so much for sharing this hike with me. See you in the next one.
If you like this video, please consider clicking the like, subscribe, and notification bell.